I got to hit this button, but hold on. I'm starting the recording in Zoom. I almost forgot. Okay, so the recording in Zoom is started. Okay, you guys, on your mark, get set. I always get a little nervous.
I know, too.
Okay, here we go, you guys.
We're off. Oh my gosh, welcome to Bricsys / BricsCAD Unplugged. I'm Don Strimbu, and with me today,
I'm Heidi Hewitt. I'm the User Success Manager at Bricsys.
Pointing at me, I can't tell.
Hey, I'm Vince Amin. I'm with sales and with also some technology at Bricsys.
He's a technical dude. Don't let him fool you with the sales.
He is. List routines. Now I'm Matt Olding. I'm in the education learning department.
So
back to you.
We're back. This is week 3 of Bricsys. I keep saying Bricsys. I want to say BricsCAD Unplugged because that's what we really are, but it's also about Bricsys too because we're more than just BricsCAD. But let's focus on the things at hand today. So we've got some special guests that are going to join us today. There's a lot of cool things going on. And Vince, what's our main topic on the call today?
I mean, I think right now we're really trying to promote for everyone to come to London on the 23rd and 24th of October for our Bricsys conference. It will be very, very cool.
I mean, we're going to be there. So it has to be fun anyway, right? Even if nobody else shows up, we'll be there. But last year we had over 400 people attend our conference in Paris. It was amazing. It was, it's talking about the future of drawing, the future of DWG. Matt, crank up that share and show people how they can get to the info page.
There we go.
All you have to do is go to bricsys.com. At the top, you see this banner. Just click on it. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. The idea here, guys, there's 4 reasons that we think you want to come and see us and learn more about the future of DWG. Here's my theory. They said it couldn't be done. They said that DWG was not suitable for BIM. It wasn't suitable for mechanical design. We want to prove the world wrong. Number 2, this is a great opportunity to meet with your peers, other people who are in the same space that you are, learn about how they're using BricsCAD and how it's making them more successful. Meet our top app developers. We've got booths for like 20 plus of our top application developers that are building workflow apps that run on BricsCAD to really streamline what you do every day. And, if you sign up before Friday midnight, you will get a discount on your admission ticket. And believe me, it's about 10 times less expensive than those other CAD conferences. So you definitely want to be in London. And guys, it's London. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to go to London?
I'm excited.
Heidi's been excited since the beginning. And here's the venue, guys. We're in a brewery. Not just any brewery, but the brewery.
A really old one.
It's old and it's cool, and there's going to be beer. I'm not going to say any more about alcohol because I know some of you don't favor it, but that's okay. I had to say it just because CAD geeks generally like beer. With that note, thank you, Matt, for the share. Vince, who is our special guest today on BricsCAD Unplugged?
So we have a guest that most of you know. Since 1994, this person has presented at many, many times at this other conference that I was told I can't mention the name, so I'll just mention like an abbreviation of it's AU. I don't know if you know what that is, but since '98, he's been writing for a magazine. A lot of us that have been around a while remember this. It's a Cadence magazine. Remember that magazine? In 2003, that magazine was purchased by Catalyst. And so now, 20 years later, he's still contributing regularly to this online magazine. He's written literally hundreds of articles and newsletters on CAD and CAD management. And we consider him, there's a hint, him to be one of the top authorities in CAD management on the planet. And as a side note, I did a little research. Cadence magazine actually when you Wikipedia it, it comes up and says it's the Independent Journal of Creative Improvised Music and Quarterly Review of Jazz and Blues and other music. And I thought, well, that's kind of
needs to be a
ironic.
disambiguation page there somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what's interesting is if you came to Paris last year and you went to an evening event with us, you got to see our special guest play guitar and sing with our world famous Bricsys band, and he did a little jazzy tune. Written by a band called Steppenwolf, I believe.
Hey, I think he's here. I think he's here.
Wow.
That was perfect intro.
Please welcome Robert Green.
Hello. Hey, Robert.
Robert, hi.
Greetings from Atlanta.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to Unplug.
Vince was just talking about Paris last year and how you were playing with the Bricsys band. So what else happened? I wasn't there. I'm really sad I missed it, but I'm excited about London.
We did a little slow tune called, gosh, what was that called? It was a Steppenwolf tune.
Born to be Wild.
Born to be Wild. That's right.
Perfect.
That's right. Yeah, didn't have much warning, but it was fun nonetheless.
And I'll tell you what the cool part was from my point of view, because I'm not a musician, but I've always wanted to be. This guy walked up on stage like he had been playing with these guys for 20 years, and they just cranked it out. And it was absolutely amazing. And if you don't even care about CAD, if you don't even care about drawing, you still have to come to London just to see Robert play with the Bricsys band. I think that will be extended this year for sure.
That's great, Don. But let's talk about the conference a little bit more, because I do care about CAD.
Yeah.
But what else, Robert? What did you learn there? What do you think? What are you most looking forward to this year?
You know, I hope it just picks up where it left off last year. Actually, I mean, it's a small enough event that you really get to rub shoulders with, with everybody. I mean, the CEO is very available. Everybody who actually writes the program is very available. There's customers, there are developers, and it's very easy just to go onto the show floor, and quite often everybody is right there at the same little round table, with a coffee having a discussion. It kind of feels like a ground floor thing. I mean, I know Bricsys has been around for a long time, but it kind of has that kind of collaborative, jazzy, we're involved in something new here feel to it. And it was really cool. You can go to other conferences, but it's really hard to just sit there and have 20 minutes to talk over things with the CEO.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's part of who we are at Bricsys, right? It's as we scale, we want to keep that. That's a part of our DNA, is the fact that everybody here is really excited about CAD, or excited about what we do. And we want to hear from people what they think we need to do, because that's important. If we build something that our customers don't need, we're not doing anybody a service, right? So having that kind of connection and getting a chance to sit and talk with you last year was really amazing. And we've had a lot of great conversations in the meantime.
What I've been noticing is that, I mean, I run a consulting company. I help people integrate technology and implement technology. And, I didn't go to the meeting last year just because, that's kind of a lark. I'm just going to go for a week. And I'm starting to get questions about this from my customer base. This is something that I get in emails. I just get unsolicited messages about, hey, what would it take for us to implement this technology, and how easy is it to port our customization over? So, these are questions that are coming in. So for me, this is, continues to be a learning enterprise for me, and figuring out how I can best serve my clients. So, I'm looking forward to all the new developments, everything I'm going to learn this year, and hoping to, get a look at what's next as well.
Sounds great. I just can't wait to go there. And hearing you talk about it, actually, and Vince, you mentioned that other conference, which both of us had been going to before it was even called AU. It kind of reminds me, hearing about the Bricsys conference really reminds me of what that used to be, the kind of more intimate and really getting down and talking to the people you want to talk to. But speaking of that, it kind of sounding again like the older AU, and what's missing, we've all been around for a long time and have all worked together over many decades. There's somebody kind of missing from that,
You guys, I just got to let you know, I'm controlling our webinar right here. Lynn Allen is in the attendance room, and she flagged me. She wants to join us and talk to us. And you guys, I'm gonna put her up on the panelists. So believe it or not, here comes Lynn, you guys.
Oh my God, it's really her.
Ooh, Lynn.
Wait, take her off the mic.
She's muted.
She's muted. There you go. Lynn, say hello, Lynn.
I did not flag you and tell you I wanted to talk to you. You're a liar.
It's like my dream of Jeannie, man. Lynn Allen.
We've just been reminiscing a little.
I missed all of you.
We miss you, Lynn Allen.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. So Lynn, we are just really missing you. We need you to join us in London. We're going to be there in October for the Bricsys conference. It'd be like old times.
Well, I'm still really into AutoCAD. I mean, I heart AutoCAD. I'm not really sure why I would go to a BricsCAD conference.
Oh, well, I heart AutoCAD too. I used to be a big AutoCAD user, but I can tell you that's like all the more reason to come join us in London for Bricsys.
Yeah.
There are a lot of reasons an AutoCAD user would want to come to that.
Yeah. Heidi, Robert, I know you guys are teaching a class at the conference. Why don't you tell Lynn what you're teaching there and what's going to go on at the conference, okay? To try to convince her.
Yeah, right. Well, Robert and I both have come from an AutoCAD environment. I mean, I, like you, have been using it for many years. And Robert and I will be having a session there at Bricsys, at the Bricsys conference, where we'll be talking about our experience moving from AutoCAD to BricsCAD. So I'm really excited about it. I don't know, Robert, if you have some other specific things you want to mention.
I really want to, of course, I try to put a CAD management spin on everything that I do, right? So what I really want to talk to is administrators, IT people, CAD manager folks, about what it's going to take to move their resources over. If they do have an AutoCAD-centric environment, what is it going to take them to move over here? What are the cost profiles going to look like? How's that all going to work? So, I'm hoping we can divide it up and talk about the user experience and the administrative experience side of it at the same time.
Yeah, and that's really, for me, it's the user thing. I mean, being able to show people how I was able to, and others have been able to come from using AutoCAD, come right into BricsCAD and continue using the commands that we're used to. And we will be having some customers that have done exactly that joining us at the Bricsys conference.
So how long do you think it took you to make the move from AutoCAD to BricsCAD?
Oh, I literally just installed the trial last April or March or April, and started using it, and I've modeled my entire house in it since then, using almost nearly all the 2D commands, everything. It was a super easy transition.
And Heidi, you're up to 32 different articles or about your journey?
Yeah, that was with me writing articles about everything that I've learned along the way, but it's a super easy transition. So that's why, again, I think being able to come over there for AutoCAD users, they'll find plenty to learn about, and might even see some new interesting things that they hadn't realized was possible with DWG.
Yeah.
And I think that administrators are also going to note that things like Lisp and CUI customization, scripts, a lot of the things you've done to accelerate your user workflows on the AutoCAD side are going to come over with very, very little migration hassle as well. So I hope to speak about some of those topics.
Perfect.
All right. Well,
Vince?
So lately, I've actually been kind of moving away from the land of AutoCAD. Even though I still love AutoCAD, and I've been making the move over to BIM. I'm really all about BIM, making the move over to BIM. Not that I don't love AutoCAD. So what about BIM? Tell me about BIM.
Yeah, Vince.
I was gonna going back to the Lisp thing. I know there was gonna be a class on Blade. That Blade is that, and as we talked last week, the Bricsys Lisp Advanced Development Environment. But for Lisp programming and things like that, we're gonna have a session on that. So for me, that's really important because in the past we've had a lot of folks that I've talked to that wanted to run Lisp inside of LT, which they couldn't do. And so we can do that in our Classic. And so from an CAD administration and things, Robert, we're starting to see a lot of customers having to migrate some of their tools over. So I'm excited about that class. But on the BIM side, last year at the Paris conference, we got to see a couple new functions. Matt, I don't know if you can bring this up.
Yeah.
There were a couple functions that we introduced last year. One was called BIMify and one BIM Suggest. And BIMify is a process of being able to classify the elements inside of your drawing so that they become intelligent, I guess you could say. Basically, you're taking those and you're assigning those objects to have the understanding of whether they're architectural, structural, mechanical, and also where they're spatially located. So we understand where these elements are whether they're in the site, on the site, in the building. So there's some really cool things that we can do when we BIMify a model. And then the second tool that we saw last year was one called BIM Suggest. And that tool allows you to analyze the connections within the model, the BIM model, and show where that condition exists within the model in other locations. And you can use that tool to basically keep your model extremely consistent. And so, I think these are the things we saw last year, which were really exciting. And, in the BIM world, with Bricsys BIM, I think we're going to see some more things this year in London.
And Vince, I'm kind of tying that back to why we want to get Lynn to come there. Back to the AutoCAD user. I mean, for me, modeling in AutoCAD, and I can model just about anything you could think of in AutoCAD. I was able to do the same thing using similar tools, same process in BricsCAD, without changing my workflow, and then to use those tools like BIMify and BIM Suggest to just instantly turn that into a BIM model was pretty amazing to me, because I didn't have to change I could just use everything I've been using for 30 years and still apply it and instantly change it and now have this intelligent BIM model. Pretty impressive. You've got to come, Lynn.
Yeah, and think about this, because you already know AutoCAD, Lynn, but 80% of BricsCAD BIM. And here's the other cool thing. Since it's based on drawing and XREF, you can use a really familiar paradigm to lay out your building. So you can distribute these XREFs as drawings between different people so they can work on different parts of the same building at the same time. I know in other systems that can be really complicated, right? It's really easy in BricsCAD BIM. And that's why we built it on drawing, because we're really bullish on drawing, as you can probably tell so far.
Yeah, and Lynn, some other things too, besides BIM, manufacturing world, or better yet, just doing a regular 2D drawing. And so as you can see here, most of the people do a lot of 2D drawing still. But one thing I like about the power of BricsCAD is that I'm in one product DWG file and see these elevator shafts. I sent out, I needed the lift to be built, or the assembly, and now here's a 3D model for that. I'm still in the same product, looking at a different model. And then if we could talk about MCAD, we have a few manufacturing MCAD classes at the conference, and as you can see here, just a nice assembly model. Some nice little functionality, zoom in on a certain part, so we have all that capability going on. And then the last capability is sheet metal, which you'll learn more about our sheet metal product add-on to BricsCAD also. So you can do sheet metal inside the product also. So that's the best thing about it. It's just one product, one DWG file or multiple DWG files to get and do your work with. And so some other good reasons to come to the conference.
Well, that's kind of cool, Matt, because, we showed a building information model, we showed a mechanical assembly model, we showed a 2D drawing, and we showed a sheet metal part, which, by the way, if you do sheet metal fabrication, BricsCAD sheet metal is brilliant, because it's one of the most powerful tools to allow you to modify your design. I mean, I don't know how many of you do sheet metal. Sometimes you go to unfold and then, things don't go so well. We're not history-based, right? We use lofts and advanced solids. So we've got a really powerful way to be able to deeply manipulate and change the model and still have a model that's manufacturable, and that's super important. But you don't think of Bricsys when you think of MCAD, but this year we really want people to start thinking, hey, this is a viable solution for not only 2D drawing, but also building information modeling and mechanical design, all in one product from Bricsys.
Wow.
And DWG.
All DWG, yes.
All drawing, Lynn. And we know if anybody loves drawing.
A lot going on. Well.
Plus, I
right,
won't get to
so-
see Lynn at that other conference, so I want to see her here.
I won't be there. My invitation must have got lost in the mail.
Well, you are invited to London. It's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. So, well, you are all of my favorite people, I have to admit. And this presents a very compelling argument. Of course, I'm still going to remain skeptical until I go and listen to everything. But I did hear that there was beer.
Oh.
Will there be Belgian beer?
We certainly will make an effort to bring Belgian beer to London. I'm sure that since we're going to a place in London called the Brewery, they will attempt to sell us their beer. However, we are Belgian, so we will definitely.
Maybe you could, bring
sure
one.
that at least for you, Lynn, there's a 12-pack of some good Belgian beer.
All right.
Yes.
How about
Well,
dancing?
I was going to say, and to
Oh.
work off that 12-pack, I've heard there's going to be dancing.
There's
So
dancing.
we're there.
All right.
There was mad
All of you,
dancing
my
in the streets of
favorite
Paris
people.
last year, and we can assume that the same will happen in London.
All right. Well, it sounds like a great conference, and I will keep my mind open. How about that? And I don't know how I could say no. How about
Woo!
I'll say
Guys,
I'll be there.
Woo!
Lynn Allen to come to the Bricsys conference. I think
Nice.
he's fun.
Woo-hoo. High five.
I'm in.
In
I'm
21 minutes and 18 seconds, you guys did it. So I'm
Nice.
proud of you.
You're
Well-
killing me.
Well, Don, let's summarize all this, and then let's get to our call actions.
All right, yeah. So if you guys come to the Bricsys conference, the 23rd and 24th, Lynn Allen will be there. Wednesday night at the after party, she's buying drinks for everybody. And I'm not going to talk about alcohol anymore.
And Robert will be playing music.
And Robert will be jamming with the band.
I'll be dancing.
The rest of us will just be tapping our feet. Heidi will be dancing. It's going to be really good. But let's not even talk about the after party. Let's talk about everything that you're going to see and learn at the event. And by the way, sign up today. Sign up before Friday night. And the early bird tickets are still available. So it's really cheap to go to the Bricsys conference. And we try to make it that way so that more people can come and learn about the future of DWG. Heidi.
Yeah, and so between now and then, because that's still well over a month away, download BricsCAD from our Bricsys website. Download BricsCAD, install it, and use it. Don't just download it, use it, because I know you'll be impressed and you will absolutely want to come learn more in London.
Awesome.
Oh, and like us on Facebook and
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes. And then you guys, next week, we don't have a topic yet, but it's still going to be exciting. So tune in next Wednesday for another broadcast. And everybody, let's say, come to London, join us in London.
One more thing.
Yes.
Download BricsCAD and use it. You should find it. In the meantime, Matt has done a spectacular job of putting together playlists on our YouTube site with tutorial videos for BricsCAD, BricsCAD BIM, and our free 3D modeler, BricsCAD Shape, which you can download today from the website. There are hundreds of videos that he has very carefully classified, and it can take you through the product in a matter of just hours.
Yes. Making it simple and easy.
He's right. Use it.
Yeah. Okay, with that, we got to say goodbye. Time's up, you guys. So everybody say goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
And cheers.
Bye.
Okay, cheers, you
Matt,
guys.
thank you so much.
Okay. And are we off Facebook? Hold on, you guys. Make sure we're off. Okay, we are off Facebook, and I'm stopping this recording.